The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray.
And I'm Candace.
And it's Friday, believe it or not.
Thank goodness it's Friday.
A little leopard impression going on over here.
Got a little bit of that going on.
Yeah. Everything good in your world today?
Yeah, I slept so good last night for the first time in I don't know how long, because I think I went to bed a couple hours earlier than I normally do. But every time I woke up, I was like, my gosh, I feel like I've been asleep forever, you know?
Yeah, I don't normally wake up a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Let me give you the willies bright and early there when you go hunting and you're going along here in our neck of the woods and you go, I thought I heard something. Mm-hmm. Could be a black bear. We got a picture in this morning from Clark County. And here he is, sitting at the feeder. Uh-huh. Get you a good look at that.
I've heard we had black bears for a long time now. I've been hearing that. So.
Now, it's illegal to partake of that. Don't y'all do that. But it just gives you an idea of what else is in the woods with you. Yeah. Ooh, a big thank you to Troy Thrasher for sending that picture in to us there.
This is why I don't like to be in the woods after dark by myself.
All by your lonesome?
Yeah. I used to make Kurt. I didn't want to go to a shoot house by myself in the dark. I just didn't. I'd rather hunt in the morning where when I walk out, it's daylight.
Oh, what's the fun in that? You can't get lost.
Yeah, but I just, I don't know.
One of the things that happened, and the next thing, I got a call on this last night, and I'm going to be honest, I would have to do some more reading up on it because I wasn't even aware that this was going to happen, and so I started getting all of the message. I got a call that said, walk outside. Look up in the air, and I thought, yeah, this is a trick. He goes, no, there's a spaceship, something coming by. So I open the front door, and I go, I don't see anything. And lo and behold, then the pictures started coming in left and right. Did you see this?
I saw the pictures. I did not see the actual thing.
A Starlink satellite, and I'm not really 100% sure. Y'all have to explain it to me because I have not read anything. Does this deal with Elon Musk? Is it actual satellites? But what everybody says, it was so much bigger than these pictures give it credit for of what it looks like. And it just goes on and on.
You know that freaked everybody out, though.
I got pictures from all over, from here. Every part of the state was sending those in last night. I even had somebody say, I got binoculars on it. I can see windows. I don't know.
Can see windows in it?
Yeah, that's what I was going.
Oh, goodness. You didn't see a little light circling around it.
Interesting. But maybe I'll learn a little bit more about this. But everybody seems to have saw that.
And just think, like, that could be going around during the day, and you just probably would never see it.
No, blend right in there. Mm-hmm. So do they exist? But just scroll through here of the numerous videos and pictures that people added to this post. It is something else to see. And again, you can find that on Facebook if you'd like to take a look at it and see what the hoopla was all about last night. Now, the next thing, cute video that I got that I wanted to share this morning. Katie Alexander, who is from Meridian, was traveling yesterday and landed in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, waiting for a flight. She goes over to get something to eat at the counter, and this comes out of the air conditioner vent at the Philadelphia, PA airport. Now, let me pull this up. Now, you would not believe, if I didn't know her, I go, that's all staged, that's rigged. But I know her. And if you'll look right here before we start this picture, this is the cash register right here. And then this is an air conditioner vent that blows up, goes to the AC vent. Y'all watch this critter.
Mike's Twizzlers.
Then bless his heart, he can't quite get a grip there.
Oh, he missed it.
But he doesn't give up.
All that work.
I don't feel like giving him the Twizzlers.
Here he goes. He's coming back. He's thinking, all right, I got a new plan. I'm only going to grab one this time.
He's licking his lips. He just knows. Those Twizzlers.
Here he goes. And off he went. Now,
So is that a pet?
I don't know.
You know, because, I mean, I've seen people, have pets,
But that's in the air conditioner vents again there at the Philadelphia, PA airport. And maybe he's a local celebrity, and we just don't know that. Yeah. But that was something else to see.
That is cute. Raccoons are very smart. They are very smart. I remember when I was, this is one of my stories, but when I was in elementary school, somebody's pet raccoon in the community got into our home. Like, my brother and I left the door kind of cracked, and my mother said she was in the kitchen drinking her coffee, and all of a sudden a big raccoon jumps up on the table, goes in. It had been in my room, and it had destroyed my room. Like, it had eaten crayons. It had eaten. Come to find out, it had lived. Like, she'd left the window down in the car out in the garage. It had gotten in there and ate big red gum.
Well, I would think as a
all
pet
kind
they
of
wouldn't
stuff.
do that.
But it did. So, and it was somebody's pet in the community, and supposedly they came and brought a bag and just like tapped on the bag, and it ran into it, and they took it home.
Huh. But
yeah,
they
they're
are
smart.
adorable pets,
They
and
are,
of
they're
course they
cute.
wash anything before they eat it.
Smart.
Yeah, they are something to watch. I enjoyed looking at
Yeah,
that.
that is cute though.
Anitra says she had a coon when she was a kid, a pet.
Mm-hmm.
They're cute when you get them little.
They are cute.
We had an incident last night. When I say incident, what do I mean? Oh, wait a minute. Somebody had guns. Yes, and they decided they wanted to discharge them in the city limits of Meridian. Let's go ahead and pull that up. We'll go to the 2200 block of 34th Avenue. Let's click on this and make this picture a little bit bigger where you can see what's going on here and enlarge it. Right here, Highland Park, just to the northeast of there is where the gunfire would happen. A house was hit, and also a car was damaged with the gunfire. Now, no one was injured, thank heavens.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's just a daily occurrence, you know.
Contact your city council person. I don't have my sheet in front of me of whose district that is, but contact them. Let them know how you feel about that. If you're tired of it, talk to them. Even the mayor, let them know.
I know the people in the community that just want to live a normal, you know, peaceful life. I know they're sick of it.
Yes.
You know.
Not long after that, we would be coming along and somebody go, is that a light pole in the middle of the road and I can't go around it? Why, yes, it was. And it was somebody that didn't stop after they took the light pole out. That would be located in the 20th Street State Boulevard area there, where you come up on that.
Yeah.
Kind of tapped it and took it out and kept on going. Now, last time I checked, it does considerable damage to a vehicle once you bump into one of those.
Yeah. I can imagine.
I'm sure we had some
You'd
power
have to hit
issues.
it. I would think you'd have to hit one of those things pretty hard, though.
Yeah, I would not want
bring
to
it
be
down.
in the car, would you?
No, I would not.
The things that go on after night. I also got a message last night that said, hey, you wouldn't mind like telling everybody not to come down Allen Swamp Road for a little while. I said, sure, why? Well, we got small issue. 18-wheeler had loaded up with a load of hay, was turning out, hit it just wrong, and it tipped the trailer, and oh my heavens, we have hay everywhere.
Oh, goodness.
And of course, that was Allen Swamp Road. They got it cleared up, but do you know that fear of something happening like that at dark and you're trying to get it up? Because,
Goodness. I'm glad nobody came up on that and was hurt or anything.
But I think we've all made a turn with a trailer at some point in our life. Y'all even had an issue one time going in your driveway where it almost got your camper.
The camper. Oh, my goodness. I was already a nervous wreck when we went to pull in the driveway, and I kept saying, you know, I'm that wife that, you know, you might want to do this. You might want to do that. And he's like, I got it. So Donovan was with us, thank goodness, because he ended up helping pull Kurt's truck forward to get the camper out of the ditch. But the camper, it's a long camper, like 39 feet. So he was pulling in the driveway, and it's a sharp turn, and the camper just went off in the ditch. And when I turned around, it was sitting like this in the ditch.
I bet earplugs are used a lot at your house. I'm just thinking.
No.
We had another issue yesterday, and there's going to be a detour from C Street over to 22nd Avenue. They're going to be doing that on the 26th. But yet again, as you go down through there, and God bless these businesses that are trying to make a living, because it's very bad, because it's just one construction thing after another going on there. Hard to reach downtown Meridian, but this was the scene yesterday afternoon. Mm-hmm. We had us, a new hole in a water line.
Yeah, I saw that.
Whoops.
Goodness. Yeah, that was a...
Uh-oh. Yeah, the last one we got went straight up, and it was 40 to 50 feet in the air, just blowing water. But that was a crack there, so that was straightened out. Had to run out and take care of that.
There's been a lot of hitting lines here and there lately.
A lot of gas lines get hit and struck each day.
Yes.
Somewhere, and there's probably not a master sheet that is accurate in any city of America. I'm just going to say this because I used to deal with this. When you call the 811 people, not everything is always listed there.
Yeah.
Call them, let them know that you're going to do it, but it's not always listed. There needs to be a new way moving forward that lists,
Yeah.
On a computer where you pull it up and you know what's there. That's probably years from now in existence, but it's a nice thought.
A lot goes into all that, when
Yeah.
people are running different lines and trying to do different things in the city and they have to check all these. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that kind of planning.
I just wouldn't want to be the old boy on the jackhammer because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't report they buried something there.
It'd be scary.
Rump row. We got much more on the way to tell you about of the going-ons in the community and whereabouts. We'd love to hear from you as well. Always inbox us, email us. There's all kinds of ways. Join us on YouTube as well. Another way to watch us on television and also carry us with you everywhere you go. YouTube.
That's right.
Sam Media. Easy to do. We'll be right back.
The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Red, yellow, or orange bell peppers, 2 for $3. Fresh blueberries, $2.99 a pint. Halo mandarin oranges, a 3-pound bag, only $6.99. Sweet onions, a 3-pound bag, $3.99. Boston butt twin pack, $1.59 a pound. And certified Angus beef ribeye steaks, family pack, just $12.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Jackson Flowers has moved to their new location on Highway 19 North. They've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years here in the Meridian area. Open house will be November the 6th from 1 until 5 p.m. Continued great service that you've known for years. They offer floral arrangements, live and artificial, a gift shop, fall and Christmas decor, and birthday treats for the pups. Visit Jackson Flowers in their new location 2 miles north of Walmart on Highway 19 North. Jackson Flowers, for all occasions.
And welcome back, Scotty Ray and Candace. As we begin this morning, Linda Culpepper made a comment that she was getting off Facebook. She was going to go away. She's enjoyed the show, but that's how she watched it. Well, good news, as I just mentioned that, if you don't like the way things are done there, you can join us right here. Just look for this. This is the YouTube page. Look for that, Sam Media Network, and you can watch from there. And it's just video. You don't have to see anything else but when we go live.
Yes.
Perfect. Bad weather, anything that goes on that we go live on, it will be carried there. So join us. We'd love to have you a part of that. Kind of a different way to watch.
Yes.
Do you have some birthdays some folks want to celebrate?
I sure did. Connie Johns wants to wish her husband, Ralph, a happy 67th birthday, 67 years old. Today, let's see, Vicky Flake wants to wish her granddaughter, her birthday is tomorrow. She's going to be 12 years old, and that's Kaylee Flake.
Good age.
So happy early birthday, Kaylee Flake. And then Scott Gordon is having a birthday today. His wife, Tiffany Massey Gordon, wants to say happy birthday to you. I think she said he's out on the oil rig.
Ooh, long way from home there.
Yeah.
Long distance. What was that Journey song? The Journey song where he sang about the loving a music man ain't always easy.
Oh, I don't know.
It's life on the road. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this is Journey. It was one of their biggest things of the love songs.
I don't know. I'll probably think of it after we go to a commercial or something.
It'll come to me in a second.
Yeah.
So if you know the Journey love songs, name it for me.
Yeah.
We had a grass fire yesterday, Highway 11 and 80. This would be right around Shirley Circle. I don't know about Shirley straightaway, but there was a definite little brush fire going on over here as we show this. Firefighters, I think the volunteer team had to come out about twice to extinguish that. It's one of those that just didn't want to quit.
Huh. So I guess they got it out.
Yeah, finally they got it out. We have more
That's
of those.
scary though. Those grass brush fires. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing.
All right. They've been busy in Neshoba County. As I spoke to Eric Clark, he's the high sheriff up there, kind of runs things. If somebody does something wrong, he brings along some handcuffs and escorts them somewhere. We had an issue yesterday as we found out that an ATV ring of thieves were busted. Now, the list goes on. Let me pull this up. And again, you can go to our webpage. We got a lot of ways to get information. But sammedia.network, you can go there and read our webpage. And we get into this. 3 people have been taken into custody. This dates back to 2000 for stealing ATVs, four-wheelers. As we look at this, Blake Haywood of Philadelphia has been charged with 2 counts of grand larceny, $30,000 bond. Mason Anthony of Union, $45,000 bond. Jack Ross of Hickory has been charged $15,000. And it just goes on here of what was taken and when it was taken. Again, the suspects have been arrested. You can read the arrest reports here and find out more about it. There's the pictures as they were booked into the Neshoba County Jail. Now, we all work too hard to have things taken.
That's right.
And we have to commend them for doing their job and doing that.
Especially stuff like ATVs.
They're
That
expensive.
costs a whole lot of money. A lot of people save a long time or still paying on them, if you've got one financed.
Look, me and Angie didn't have hardly 2 wooden nickels back in 1998, but I borrowed $4,500 to go buy me a four-wheeler.
Yeah.
Still got it today. Never. It cranks every time except when the battery's dead right now.
Yeah.
But they're good and they last.
And they come in handy. Hunting,
Yeah.
Just every day on your
Don't be
property.
taking something that's not yours.
I can't stand a thief.
It's just one thing after another. This is kind of odd. Let's say you buy a new house. You've dreamed all your life. You finally get your house, and you go, well, I don't like that swimming pool, or I don't like this, and bring in that backhoe, and let's put me a swimming pool over here. They get in there, start digging, and they hit something that's metal.
Oh, goodness.
So then they get a shovel and get to look and go, there's a car buried in your backyard back here. It gets a little stranger, so they call the sheriff's department. Hey, let's have this checked out because it's a car. They bring in dogs and they start sniffing. They go, there might be some human remains in here. We're not 100% sure.
Oh, my goodness.
But this happened in California. A couple bought the house the late 90s, so it had to be done before the mid-90s of the car buried. They're digging. Well, when we find out more about it, we'll tell you. But can you imagine that?
Makes you wonder, though. You know how many earthquakes they have out there? I wonder if something fell in a
Well,
crack or something.
it had-
I mean, that sounds crazy.
had
But,
concrete in the trunk.
oh, no, never mind.
They meant business with this one.
Yeah, that wouldn't be an accident.
But I mean, who doesn't notice a backhoe showing up in front of your yard in a community, and
Yeah.
it probably done in the middle of the night? That's almost like what is that word? Oh, yeah, mafia sound, doesn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, that does kind of sound
But strange, and I'm
mafia-ish.
yeah.
Mafia-ish. Yeah.
Everybody else just takes them to a river and the car goes off in it. You've seen it in the movies, but they've done that one pretty clever until somebody wanted to put it. Probably would have rotted and decayed. Pretty easy to track back of who owned the house before you.
Yeah, that would be a crazy, eerie feeling, though, to live in that house after that.
Yeah. Here is something that is weird. We go to Princeton University. A 20-year-old young lady has been found deceased at a college. They don't think that there's foul play in it. She'd been missing for a week. She's been found. More information. And also, since we bring that up, let's go back and revisit the Mississippi State football player. Very little is out on this. They have not released what happened to the young man. But did you know that he was found at a church?
No.
I did not either. Now, there's no word why he was at the church. They haven't released any of that right now. But that's what we're finding out there.
Oh, goodness. That's
So when we know more, and again, keep that family in your thoughts. Think about that. 19 years old, your child went off to college and will never come back again.
Was he from Tupelo?
Tupelo.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I just,
Yeah, prayers for his family for sure.
it's just saddening to think about that happened. So that's big news. And again, of course, I don't know how they handle this because will they pay tribute to him? I almost feel like they will at the game tomorrow against Alabama. Keep that in thoughts. And of course, that's the talk of the town is that game that is coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
The two rivalries. Amy is already crying. I just wanted to go ahead, Miss Amy Barrett. She's scared to watch that her favorite team could lose again. She's going to be watching like this. Y'all text Amy Barrett and let her know how the game's going tomorrow. She tries to get through that moment. I think
Scuba's having a homecoming tomorrow.
I saw that they had the big parade this week. Are you headed up to the game?
No, I'm probably not going to get to go to the game. but
What do they call that? Your alma mater?
Alma mater.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me. I went there also. I just decided a few months before graduation, well, I don't want to do this anymore. Let me go get in radio.
I will say that they're going to be honoring Rick Farr tomorrow. He was a client of mine. He and his wife, Sue, they are just wonderful people. And he passed away, and he was one of the biggest EMCC fans that I've ever seen in my life. I think he used to play for Scuba a long time ago, and they're going to be honoring him tomorrow. So it's gonna be a
Great.
big deal.
Scuba Tech.
Yes.
That's quite like it. Just remember, as you're sitting there at the ball field, that used to be a pond. As a kid, I went fishing there many times. So you're sitting on top of the yak
It's a
pond.
beautiful facility.
It
nowadays.
is.
Yes, it is.
The guy we talked about that does the talk show, that James Corden or Corden.
Corden, yeah.
Yeah, he says that he don't really feel like he was ugly to anybody. He apologized to that restaurant owner, but he doesn't feel like he's done anything wrong. Typically, people that are rude and ugly have no idea that they are. And they put themselves a little bit, what's the word? Better than you.
Above everyone else, yeah.
So
Some people do think they're better than everybody else. I really don't understand that. I mean,
rudeness.
You know.
There is and I wish I had the letter because I was going to read it. I got so bent out of shape. You've all heard of Dear Abby, haven't you?
I've heard of that. Yes.
It was a letter sent in to Dear Abby, and it was a woman who was just didn't understand, and she no longer wanted to say God bless you when somebody sneezed. And she said, I'm an atheist, and I just don't believe in that, and I don't believe you should say God bless. And so Dear Abby writes her back and says, it's okay. Be truthful with who you are and don't show emotions. I disagree with that.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with America. Number one, we don't believe in God anymore, and that's being taught there. But it's just downright rude. Show some kindness to your fellow man. Open a door for somebody today.
Yeah.
Do something sweet. Do something nice. And I just disagreed with her so bad on that advice.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I should take over Dear Abby because it made me so mad.
Well, a lot of people they'll bend and try to conform to what society wants them to be, and a lot of people do that. They don't stand up for what they think's right. And
But you've been somewhere and somebody sneezed or they dropped something.
Yeah, I always try to say bless you.
Yeah, and somebody drops something, you try to pick it up. If a lady walks up, open the door.
Well, I've always tried to teach, especially in my sons, but I mean my kids in general, though, open the door for somebody. If it's and especially like if it's an elderly person, I always tell Alden, I'll go open that door for her. And,
I try to get
and
the
now
door
he
every
just
time you
does
get near it.
What? Now he just does it, and I'm so proud that he does. And people appreciate that. It's just like going into a business and people who work there being kind.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's few and far between now that you see kindness shown from workers or even people who are customers. It's just.
And used to you'd be in a line and somebody steps up and say it's $7.03. Well, I don't have 3 cents. Somebody usually behind me goes, here, I got 3 cents. And I don't see that like I used to.
Right.
And it may be, let me back up before everybody gets angry. It may be that most people now tote the debit card and just don't have cash. I
Yeah.
don't know. I got change everywhere, but I can never find it when I need it.
Yeah.
All right, Debbie Alexander, don't be talking about my fall y'all shirt. Then got birthday girls picking on me.
Fall y'all. Is fall y'all shirt this one?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. It's kind of bright and has that fall look.
That fallish look. Yeah, it does. Scotty Ray.
Still making headlines across America, the daycare workers from Mississippi. It's everywhere.
It was on Fox this morning also.
And of course, this is turned in. And I don't think the girl that took the video thought that she would be charged, but she has also been charged with a felony. I bet if she could back that up, she would reverse this. It's a good thing for the children that this has come to an end. But boy, a lot bigger than what they thought was going to happen.
Well,
here.
it was my understanding, now I might be wrong, it was my understanding that maybe she was the one who was trying to tell people it was going on.
That's what she says.
And nobody would believe her.
But why
And
was
so-
she charged also?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that even an owner, I know they said the owner had not been charged of the daycare.
She assumedly didn't know anything about this was going on.
Okay, my thing is, because from what I understood, it was going on for an extended period of time, not just that day. It had been going on. If you were an owner of a daycare, I would think that you need to be present more than that, if you don't know anything about that.
But we don't know the situation. She may not ever even really go there. She may have just owned it and had workers, and she had another job. So we don't know how often she was there. Just thinking out loud.
This is a I think
But,
if you own a daycare, you should go check more.
You should.
Yeah.
But
when it comes to
there's-
children.
But you've
you know.
got to remember there's a lot of businesses, people that go in with and finance and
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
don't
know
show
that.
up to it. They have somebody else that
Right.
runs it for them,
Yeah.
managers, so to speak.
Right.
There's a
I'm
lot.
just glad that these people are being brought to justice, hopefully, because it's horrible. It's
And then
horrible.
what's going to hurt them even worse as you get into this is each of these people went to Facebook to make a confession or to apologize. That will be used against them in a court of law. That's coming. What they said when they were thinking out loud.
I can't
will be
imagine
used.
what these parents of these children. Because just me watching that, it's not my children, but just seeing it, it just makes me.
Yeah.
Angry.
We go to California next. UCLA. Anybody ever heard of that? It's what you would call a woke university is the best I can tell. This is bad, as I didn't even know colleges had this, number one. But I guess they have medical staff on certain universities after it reaches a certain capacity of students. They had a on-staff gynecologist who has been found guilty of sexually assaulting at least 7 women. The lawsuit is giving them $700 million for what he done. It'll be divided. I know that like Mississippi State has a clinic. If you get hurt, you could run
Right.
up but I mean that's like full fledged there. Didn't know that even existed.
I kind of don't understand that happening. Like, why would you be unconscious without a nurse present, or why would anything be going on without a nurse present? Because, I mean, that's usually the case. You know,
When I tell you, I know
if there's
absolutely nothing about that
I know
subject.
you don't, but as a lady, usually if there's a procedure going on, there's usually a nurse present. I don't so unless somebody condone that, I don't understand.
Got no clue, and I would never want to do that for a living. I
That's
just want to
right.
point that out. Not my kind of thing. But that's happening there. So much across the nation this morning. I wanted to grab another. Harvey, y'all remember him? Harvey Weinstein. They've already got, 9 men, 3 women. He will stand before them. Will the men help him on this decision of is he guilty or not? I don't know. I'm thinking he's going down.
Yeah.
I think the evidence outweighs everything. Now, Kevin Spacey, do y'all remember him?
Yeah, he's a kind of odd one too.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey has been found not guilty. And I say this, and I don't want anybody to take wrong what I'm fixing to say. The charges that was brought against him was from 20, 30 years ago. Spacey won in court. That is just, if something happens, you have to speak up when it goes on instead of waiting 30 years, because clues and it means that anybody can throw something at you years later and you wouldn't rightfully be able to protect yourself. That, normally things are 3 years. I think that was a little excessive going back on that.
Yeah.
Now, did he do something wrong? Possibly. But the court did not find him guilty of it. That was a long time to wait and step forward. And we saw that a lot in that Me Too movement. Something from 1972. Well, I couldn't tell you what I was doing January 3rd of 1972. Have no idea.
But I wonder, would that have anything? I mean, would that kind of play into, like, what if somebody was murdered 20 years ago and there was not a person brought to justice till 20 years later? I mean, could they use that if they didn't for the same? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know this is having to do with sexual assault. But,
Yeah, it's murder. There would be evidence. The sexual assault is hard to
well,
prove
here's-
to
it would just
begin
be
with.
your word against, that type thing.
Murder, there's usually a weapon, DNA connected to, and that's
Right.
what makes the subjects
Proof.
different. Yeah.
Okay.
But I just think, like they've done Bill Cosby, as guilty as
Yeah.
Bill Cosby has been on a lot of things. That last one that came up that he did that was thrown out from 1975, he was not charged with. That
Yeah,
long
I don't
time ago.
quite understand people waiting that long if something has happened to them that bad. But
Maybe there's
unless they were
circumstances.
threatened or
yeah, well, there's
something,
sometimes
yeah.
you don't know everything.
Right.
All right, it's time to go get $2 out of the drawer and head on down to somewhere and buy you a ticket. It's up to $550 million. The lottery is what I'm talking about. Do you feel lucky? What was that old Mary Shapin Carpenter song? I feel lucky.
Yeah.
Never know, a $3 ticket could turn you into a millionaire overnight. But that's where it is if you're on this. I think the next drawing is tomorrow night. Murder has no time limit, is what we're hearing there.
Okay.
Wow. But $550 million.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
What was that
Just a little
Elvis?
piece of that
What
be
was that
nice.
Elvis song? If I Could Dream. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, it would be nice to get just a little snippet of that.
Yeah.
Even.
We got much more coming up. We'll look back in history. And let me tell you, today was slim on things that went on in history. But we're going to discuss all that next. Y'all don't rush off. We'll be right back. The Neshoba County Co-op, 338 West Main Street in Philadelphia, is ready for deer season. Are you? Come choose from one of the largest hunting boot selections around that fits you. The scent wall is packed with many brands that you trust like Tinks and many more. Tons of deer attractions like Acorn Rage, Persimmon Crushed, or Deer Cocaine. All styles and types of feeders that you may need this year. Maybe it's a deer condo you need or a pop-up blind, hunting clothes, and more. You'll find it all. And remember, all roads lead to the Neshoba County Co-op.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
When you gear up and journey out, with nothing but you and the wilderness for miles, just remember, you're the boss. Steel MS-271 Farm Boss, built for the toughest jobs. Journey onward.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. Good morning to Benji Brown watching us this morning. We appreciate that. Also, Anita's up. James Carter. Morning, all.
Anita Flo, Steve, and Wanda McKinnon. Good morning to y'all.
One of my all-time is we take a look back, and I'm telling you, this is going to be quick this morning because it was just, I searched and searched and couldn't find anything interesting. Yeah. But one of my all-time country legends that I thought was just one of the best there ever was born on this day. Had an old song in 1973 that was huge. It was called Living on Main Street and Living on Back Street. Woo. Also, Borrowed Angel, who remembers that? And Smoky Mountain Memories. We'll remember him today for two things that happened. He was born in 1935. He happened to be 43 years old, and sometime late in the afternoon on his birthday in 1978, he would commit suicide. Mel Street, what a talent he was. From West Virginia, started his own little TV show on a local TV, and then shot to fame. What a voice he had. And he could sing a country song. Sure liked him a lot. The gentle giant of country music. Anybody remember this guy? Don Williams. I Recall a Gypsy Woman. Lord, I Hope This Day Is Good. He had a #1 hit today, and I Believe in You. You remember that one?
I do.
I don't believe in superstars and something else.
But
Been a while.
believe in. Yeah. I love the Lord, I Hope This Day Is Good.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I've been feeling empty. What a great... Don just had such a unique ability to reach people. Of course, one of his first songs that shot to the top of the charts was Amanda in 1974, and it would climb from there till the rivers run dry, Coffee Black, Cigarette.
He just had a common voice.
Gentle
just
giant.
yeah.
Is what they called him there. He's now, I think it was 2017, Don passed away.
This might be my next hairstyle.
This one?
Yeah.
I just can't see it on you. I'm trying to imagine it. Yeah. 1956, Carrie Fisher is born. A little typo there. That's not really one word. Fisheris. One day we'll go back and correct that.
Yeah, that's all right.
But she was Princess
Leia.
Yeah. For you Star Wars fans out there.
Yes.
See, Lisa Dearman said her mama loved her some Don Williams. And I did too. The list just goes on. When you sit back and think of all he done, you can just name so many songs. It starts coming to you.
Yeah.
Tulsa Time. Don't.
That one.
Yeah,
Living
that's
on
it.
Tulsa Time. Yeah.
1942, this old girl, you'd know her from television. She seems to be straight ahead. I think she's got a new TV deal. I haven't seen the new one, but she dropped away from her title. We're talking Judge Judy. Born in 42.
She didn't put up with anything.
No.
Yeah. She was a noble type,
That's right. Kind of like that, not even that woman we talked about that was disbarred in Ohio yesterday. She didn't follow Judge Judy. She followed, there's another one I can't think of that has the bling in the courtroom, and you're like,
yeah.
Ohio nipped that in the bud yesterday, took her off the bench. That concludes that. Like I said, it's not a lot that went on today. I just couldn't come up with it, and I dug through tons of paperwork to locate stuff. So a little shy there. Let's see what else. I mentioned this morning in Michigan. I didn't even know that you could rent high schools.
I did not know that either.
But a charity event, he'd been doing it for like 10 years, but a former NFL player, and his name is Quentin Hines. I don't know a lot about that because I just stay away from football, but professional football. But he rented a high school gymnasium in Minnesota, had the event going on, and brought in a group of strippers. Yeah, we won't show the
That ain't a real smart man.
pictures there, but he's been, the school board got together, parents got angry, and they said, well, he can no longer rent this ever again.
Yeah. What a great idea. Rent a school, bring in a stripper. I mean, really? That was a stupid thing.
And we've seen this
That is
string
crazy.
over the country. There's been a string of going into nursing homes and giving people heart attacks from it.
Yeah.
People died from it because they got so excited and flopped. I'll leave it at that. You remember Danny? This is another one of those, and they're not real sure what's going to become of this. Danny Masterson, the guy that was in that 70s show, the redheaded guy.
He had the kind of frizzy hair with the glasses.
You know, one of the young ladies that is suing him for sexual wrongdoing supposedly happened in 2002. Originally, she went to police and goes, well, no, it was consensual. He didn't do anything wrong. So she's changed. They're going to tear this apart. You can't say it happened, then say it didn't happen, and
Right.
it's back and forth. So it leads you to believe maybe nothing really happened. We don't. That's a long time ago. That's 20 years ago. Another one of these cases.
So there was several, though, right?
Yeah,
Not just
it's
the one.
3, but all of them seem to be questionable.
I wonder if they got together. Who knows?
You don't. And I remember reading that stuff about how this is what just confuses me. And somebody tell me if you disagree with this. These people that lived in the Playboy Mansion, that lived there.
Well, there was a show about it.
Yeah,
You remember?
but you want to complain about advances living in
Right.
that place. Are you not asking for what you get?
Well, yeah, I just think that you should not put yourself in positions
There you
to
go.
where something can happen. And I believe that in any kind of situation, whether you're a married person and put yourself in a situation, or
Don't
a
lock-
worker in that you go along with something, don't put yourself in a bad situation and expect not to be. Don't play with fire or you get burned.
Yeah, like being at home alone, you're the only one there, and there's that chocolate pie, and it comes up missing, and you become a suspect. Just saying that can happen.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in those situations there. Twitter, all alike this morning, as Elon Musk is set to close the deal. $44 billion. He's going, wait a minute, I'm going to buy it, but I know I'm paying too much.
Yeah.
The only way to correct this is get rid of 75% of y'all that ain't doing nothing. So as he gets ready to take over the company, 75% of them know that they do not have a job as soon as the ink dries. So be ready.
Yeah.
All of these companies that are out there like this have become woke and won't let free speech happen. We know that. He vows to straighten that out. We'll see.
And
Will he let?
what is the one that Kanye has bought? Or Ye? Excuse me, Ye.
Parler.
I guess that's his name.
Parler. I'm a member of that, and I just can't remember my password.
Okay. Isn't that the worst, though?
Yeah, and I said send me an email, and they didn't. But it too sounded great. But when you went on it, unless they do some changes, if you can't type out a complete paragraph and put what you want to say, it's really useless.
Yeah.
Putting 2 lines and having to bothers me.
Yeah. I've never been on it, so I don't know.
I'm glad an apology came out of this. I'm not sure why he said it to begin with, and it probably would have been best for him just to stay at home and stay in retirement. Tom Brady apologizing now as to referring to the NFL the same thing as being drafted to go off to war or deployed in the military. There is no way that those two things are the same. No one on this God's green earth can imagine being deployed until you've been in that situation of what goes through your mind. You're being attacked. You're being shot at. You may not even get home. This is football. The worst that can happen is you break something, and when you get it home, still get your $20 million a year. Not the same, my friend, and no one else thinks it is.
Now, it's my understanding about the retirement thing that he did not want to retire. His wife was pressing him to retire when he turned 45, I think, or something.
Is that what it was?
I think so. And now I'm thinking that maybe they're still
Splitsville.
a thing.
Joe Nichols playing in the background. Broken Heartsville.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will the divorce happen?
But still, that was a bad comparison.
Yeah, you just don't do that. And maybe he's a nice guy. He's got to be nicer than Aaron Rodgers, who goes, I don't like my family, and I'm not going to call them ever.
Yeah, that's not too nice.
He's really, they act like they didn't do anything wrong, and he ain't calling them. He got famous and dropped the whole family.
Just like I've said, though, all that money can be gone, just like that.
It can be. Judge Amy Barrett, I think we know who she is. There was a big controversy when she was put on the Supreme Court. She did not stop it. She could have blocked it. This debt for college students, she didn't block it. She let it go right on. Something to think on there. Didn't know if anybody knew that or not.
I did not.
I found that out early this morning. Wow.
So the payment for the college student debt, she let it go through?
Yeah.
That
That's a lot of money that's getting ready to burden taxpayers. We don't know the full extent of it. And again, that was one of those Bernie Sanders thoughts where you go, this is the U.S. You pay for what you get. There's no way that could happen. Now look at us some 8 years later. It's almost as if we're a different country.
Yeah, it is.
It truly is.
I hope, fingers crossed, I hope when election time comes that people do get out and vote and try to turn this thing around.
Marcia Stoddard agrees with me. She's a member of Parler, and she can't remember her password either.
I tell you what's bad is when you're like on Facebook and you accidentally log out or something. Because, if you keep yours logged in all the time,
Yeah.
But if you log out and then you go, oh my gosh, I don't remember what my password is.
That can happen.
Yeah. And then there you are, locked out.
That's why people have so many different accounts because they lost it, lost all their friends. Now, I got locked out of one, and it took about 8 months before they finally emailed me back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Woo. So, a few things happening this morning. We got more coming up that we're going to share with you. Don't rush off. Put a smile on it. It's Friday. The weekend is here. Sunshine. We're going to tell you about parades and great things that are going on in the Meridian area. Up and coming.
Time to stop spending your entire weekend mowing grass. Step up to a Skag zero-turn lawnmower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Join Mike Rice Auctions and Wholesales every Tuesday night for a live auction, and you can bid from the comfort of your own home. Each week, Mike has a whole selection of auction items. Maybe you're a business that needs a liquidation sale. Or maybe you're in charge of an estate and don't know what to do with all you got. Talk to Mike Rice Auctions about an estate sale. Let Mike turn these items into cash for you. Your next deal is waiting for you at Mike Rice Auctions and Wholesale this Tuesday night, live on Facebook at 6:30.
And welcome back. Godwin, up bright and early today. They're taking care of things. Congratulations. They just had a little one come to the family there. We're proud for them. As we look across with this, they're taking a few days off to celebrate Mom there. But as they'll be back to work very soon, there's soft washing, low pressure washing. If you need your home taken care of, call them. They'll get you on a schedule and set this up where they come twice a year. Maybe you need it more often than that. Maybe you own a store that the parking lot's got all that grease and oil. Need it clean? They can do that for you. See them. They'll take care of all that vinyl roofs, whether it's metal or shingle. Takes care of it no time flat. Many times, just a couple hours if they're there. And if you got a big one, sometimes it's a little more. But as we look at driveways, make that look good again. As they start the campaign of make driveways look great again.
Yeah.
Whether you've got a back deck or some steps that need just a little attention, they can handle that as well. It's all there. From billboards, scoreboards, whatever it is, it's got a little grease and grime. They do it at Godwin Cleaning Services. 601-253-8262 is that number to call, and they'll help you out there. Now, as we talked about, we've got the big event coming up this weekend when we get into the parade. That's going to be this weekend as well. That starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Downtown Meridian is where all of this will be as we welcome in one of the biggest festivals we have around Halloween.
That's right. They're going to have a best overall prize for the parade and also the scariest. It's going to be a neat thing.
I think you can still sign up to get in the parade today. And then don't forget
$20.
Bud and Burgers. That's going to kick off.
I know that's going to be a fun event. They're going to have entertainment, I think. They're going to have some food. Lots of burgers. Lots of burgers.
Go by and
What'd you
taste
say
it.
They had like a bunch of different
I can't
people?
remember the number, but it was a
It
huge
was a
amount.
high number of entries of people competing for the best burger. Yeah.
Another thing today you'll be able to pick up if you helped out this child here of a benefit that was going on. Plates are being picked up today for those chicken plates. The Phi Kappa, do you pronounce that Phi Delta Kappa? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Yeah, all that always confuses me. But it was to help out Ridge Harper Terrell there. They had a little benefit there and appreciate everybody who helped out in that. I mentioned that one of the roadways is going to be closed in Meridian as we talk about Sela Ward Parkway. That'd be your gate into downtown Meridian.
Right.
It's hard to get there now.
I know. It's a lot of construction's been going on, but Wednesday, October 26th, it's going to be closed from C Street to Front Street. So if you have to go that way for any reason, you're going to have to take an alternate route.
Yep, go over to 18th, cross that bridge, and go to downtown, hang a left. But always an obstacle to get where you want to.
It is.
With that area. Whew, a mess there. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, bright and early, MCC kicking this off.
They got the Queen City Race for Life and the Street Strut, October 22nd, which is tomorrow. And it pays tribute to the breast cancer survivors and current breast cancer patients.
Yeah.
Increases breast cancer awareness, and it raises money for the Anderson Cancer Patient Benevolence Fund.
We also have a carnival tomorrow night at St. Patrick Catholic Church. Haunted house is $5. Goes to help out a great thing there if you can go by and help them a little bit.
That's 6:30 to 9:30.
We have a fall festival also. Don't forget this one here that's coming up at Oak Grove Baptist Church. They've got their fall festival going on tomorrow night, 4 to 6 p.m.
Yes.
A few of the things
Lots
there.
Of fall festivals going on.
So we'll have more coming in. October 23rd, they're going to have the Long's Fish Camp cruise in. Big thing happened down there. Jagger will be there, the young man that came sang the other day for us.
Yeah, that'll be a nice thing. I mean, he's a really good singer. If you have not heard him, really good artist.
Let's see some other things that are happening across America today. Did you see this about Grandma?
I did not.
Well, there's
Not.
always someone who has a sense of humor. At her funeral, pamphlets were handed out, little folded pamphlets about her life. And inside it had a picture of a Ouija board that said, "Stay in touch."
Oh, goodness. Did y'all ever have one of those? Did you ever have one of those?
Yeah, I've seen them, but I was always taught don't touch those things because it was like
It
the
was
evil
like
mojo.
We had one though, and as a teenager, I remember us having that thing, and we all had our hands. Which back then, I mean, now I would not want one brought in my home.
Yeah,
But,
you didn't know any better.
Teenagers, you always gonna. Anyway, everybody had their hand on that thing, and it was sliding, and we were all freaking out. But I think it's just the vibration from your hand.
It may be, but there's a lot of people that would argue and say that is the most evil thing.
I think it probably is. Now, as an adult, I feel like I'm a little bit smarter, Scotty Ray, as I've gotten older.
The problem
should not
happens
have
when
happened.
you get older and you're not smart. And there's a lot of folks in America, and that's why we talk about them every morning, because they didn't get smart.
I would not want that in my house.
Yeah, Winnie says she's going with the evil on that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, Granny was trying to be cute on that.
That is
Have I stood there and watched somebody do it and it move across the board? Yeah. And it's usually, isn't it like a no yes type answer thing?
No, it has letters. You can spell stuff out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
I'd
can
forgotten.
spell out,
So we're going to have Dr. Alan Brown coming in October the 29th for an interview with us. He's always an interesting guy. As I was mentioning this morning, haunted places in Mississippi, we got them. Now, in the honorable mentions, they did not put Mary Hope in there as one of the big places. I was shocked on that.
Yeah, because there's a lady that supposedly a lady that they see.
I dropped by a building in town. I'll leave it anonymous. That yesterday they swear it has a hainted woman, a haint up in it. And I watched the video. It was someone that was building a computer that I was going to use, and it's in the room, and I don't know where the computer screens like these are in front of us flies off the table in the middle of the night. Now, I saw it. It happened. I mean, I don't know how, what could caused that? I mean, really,
Yeah.
a flat table in the middle of the night, no one's in the building, and it flies off the table. I saw it. What caused it, I have no earthly idea. And they say that the woman is a staircase in that building, that you can hear her heels clicking down the stairs going. And you video it, and they say that they got a video of it.
Was this? I think there's a little fly in here.
That's Fred.
Yeah, Fred. Fred's back. But is this a building that this isn't one y'all stayed in?
No. This
Okay.
is someplace I had no idea was haunted.
Oh, okay.
Haunts amongst us.
I'm gonna need to know because I want to go back in one.
Now, in Meridian, in the state, they did list Stuckey's Bridge as being one of the most haunted places.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The evil of evil, and there is that Fred just
Look.
making himself at home.
Yeah,
The
he's
evil of
liking us
evil
this
is supposed to be McRaven home, to where it has something that is not, that pushes people. As Dr. Alan Brown has told us, it's something evil up
Where
in
is
that
that
house.
at?
Vicksburg. She's just waving at everybody. Y'all see it?
She
I don't know where-
fly.
I don't know where Fred has been, but he just showed back up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. As we go to the Grand Opera House, makes the list in Meridian of being one of the most haunted. I've never stayed there. Kind of.
I've never stayed there, but I did. I was in Miss Hospitality my senior year in
Yeah.
high school, and we had it there on the stage before they ever redone the whole thing,
Yeah,
So
that was really creepy.
Yeah, and it was really a neat thing to see, though.
Waverly, and what makes Waverly out of all of these haunted places? We're going to talk with Alan about this when he comes. This is, it's just something about there's a ghost, but when they start saying it's a ghost of a child, makes it a little bit different.
Yeah.
Supposedly, in the home, you can see the bed indent when the child lays down.
Excuse me.
Can I
That
verify that?
That'd freak me out.
Now, King's Tavern is also on this list. We did spend the night there, and I have to say it had the warm spot. That's where, is if somebody were laying in and they get up, it was hot. Now, did they go up before I got there and put a heating pad on it? Possibly. There's all types of answers for things. I don't know. Then one of the worst, they say, in Kosciuszko, there's a haunted cemetery. Anybody watching from Kosciuszko, Mississippi, they claim that there's one there that's haunted.
I know there's a home in Kosciuszko, and it looks. My son said, "Oh, that looks like something off one of those scary movies." It's like the old timey looking house that has the pointed things on the top of the
Victorian
roof.
style.
Yeah, Victorian. But it's got like metal, wrought iron looking stuff on the top.
We'll see if Candace is willing to go spend the night in one.
I'm not. I'm going to tell you, I'm not.
Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning.
On this field, as on the gridiron, each inch is fought for and marked by sweat. Each inch taken through disciplined training. With a Kubota L2501 tackling each inch in the trenches, whether those inches are measured here or here, all adding up to yards. For each yard, Kubota measures victory, and the touchdown is Parrish Tractor. Here, we're much more than a tractor store.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And welcome back with Snowden & Company. They're hard at work this morning, already at the office, helping folks pick places. They got a few closings today as well. And when we say closings, well, it's make it the final where somebody can move in. That's Dakota and Heather. They did that. And there's so many other people that do this on a weekly, daily basis that use them. You don't have to be looking for a home now. If you think, well, in 6 months I may want some, tell them what you want. They'll be keeping an eye out for you. Again, visit them on SnowdenRealEstate.com. You can browse through every home that is on there. And there are tons from Clark, Neshoba, Newton, Lauderdale, even over as we cross the line toward Brandon, Flowood, Brandon. They got a lot of homes listed there that you can look at. Find the dream home.
Yeah, lots of nice homes.
Do they call them forever homes? Is that what they call
Yeah.
that? Yep. See them
Some
there.
people are looking for their forever home.
This is Amanda, 453-3937. This is her friendly staff that'll help you in any way. They've helped a lot of folks when it comes to a home. See the folks that's honest and people trust. Snowden & Company. They're right here in Meridian. 8:54 this morning as we get ready for a weekend and great weather, football, whatever you're doing. 70-degree weather is what expected this weekend. I thought we'd pull this up to let you know what our forecast calls for. Look at that.
Beautiful.
78 Saturday and Sunday. We'll hit our high Monday of 81, and then we start going toward those low 70s, about 73 there. So not bad at all is what we've got lined up. Very small chance of rain on Tuesday if you're trying to plant, get that last minute push in for deer season. It's all but over.
I bet there'll be a lot of busy people this weekend trying to do that and get it
Do
ready.
you remember us talking about the people that had been fooling with that new strand in Boston of COVID? Yeah, turns out the federal government had no idea they were doing that. Do you think, seriously, should anybody be allowed to fool with this stuff without the CDC or whoever knowing exactly what's going on? What if it were to slip out?
Well, that's right. That was the whole, idea, the whole scare of people, saying somebody could do one little thing wrong. Or, I mean, who's to say that you wouldn't have that on you when you left out of the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's awful.
Daily Mail broke the story, and the federal folks that work for the health officials go, well, they didn't know about it till they read it.
I would think there would be some
Spooky.
kind of protocols that you have to go by to be able to do stuff like that. And you'd have to inform this person or get the consent of somebody to be able to. I don't understand.
That's where I think
shut it down.
That's what I think the FBI ought to show up on places like that instead of dragging people out of their homes before daylight that they've called CNN to go visit.
Right.
Again, thinking out loud, but that really should not. That could hurt people in the U.S. You got somebody that doesn't know what they're doing there.
Yep.
Let's see here. Arizona has told Biden no. He told them to quit taking those containers and filling in holes on the wall. He told them stop. They said, nope, we're going to keep right on doing it. It's not, they're still climbing over it, don't get me wrong. But it does make them think about it for a moment or two there. Let's see here. Oklahoma did execute the guy that killed his child. She was 9 months old.
That was playing a video game and the crying got on his nerves, 9-month-old child. So
I seriously doubt anything's going to become of this, but I thought I would mention it. Do you remember the guy that lost his job and quietly went away really quick from the January 6th? He was the head of the Capitol Police when the January 6th thing happens. Ooh, he says he's coming out with a tell-all book. We'll see. We want to thank y'all for dropping by and spending part of your day with us. We'll see you bright and early Monday.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: